The mention of Vietnam to a generation of Americans can bring up vivid and often painful memories. What comes to your mind? Rice paddies? Communism? War? Protests? What about jungles, oceans, and beautiful sunsets? To be honest, I grew up relatively uninterested in that part of the world. That all changed when I moved there for a year. Why? Was a question I had to answer many times. Very simply, it's where God sent me to teach English. An idea developed into a plan, and I went because that's where I need to go. I needed to go in order to make a difference and speak Christ's love into people's lives. In Vietnam, English proficiency is many students' tickets out of poverty. Speaking English, something I take for granted every day, is a precious commodity. While riding my bike or sitting on the street eating lunch, I would constantly be stopped by people wanting to practice their English. I wasn't just a teacher, I was a friend. I got to speak into the lives of my students and the community by how I served them. When I came to their house, apartment, or dorm room, it gave them a huge sense of pride. Seeing them around town or cheering them on during a soccer game put smiles on their faces I will never forget. As is often the case with such trips, I was changed more than anyone I met. I spent 10 months living in a culture that was foreign, but became my own. I experienced life as a farmer, artist, professor, translator, taxi driver, chef, and store owner, all in a different language, through the eyes and lives of people I lived with and visited. One family I stayed with slept on concrete floors, had no television, no running water. They worked long hours, took showers in a well, and cooked over a wood fire on a dirt floor. And they were some of the happiest people I've ever met. Ever. Their little girl was elated to show off her coloring books and spend hours coloring in new ones. The family had their relationships, food on the floor, and a roof over their heads. That was all they needed. They have an appreciation for life that is rare to find in American society. Vietnam is a stunning place. It's the people and culture that make it beautiful, and I am changed forever by my experiences there. This is what Vietnam means to me.